Hello everyone and welcome here back to some ARCA series racing. This time we are here at the Monster Mile, that is Dover International, and the ARCA guys are back here on the track as after a couple of mistakes with the points have been recalculated, and you will see it after this race as we get the commands there underway. But yeah, points have been recalculated once again, so after this race points will be back up. And remember, 300 points were added to each driver for the 3 races that were missing, or the 3 files rather that were missing, which were Salem, Talladega, and the first event out there at Pocono. So as we get down to crunch time here in the ARCA season, as we are closing the season out pretty soon here. After this race we head to Pocono, then after that it'll be 5 races left. So this is round 14, Pocono will be round 15, and after that 5 races left to decide a champion. So really excited. Oh, and we got a car actually having an issue back here. Oh, don't tell me that's who I think it is. Oh, it is James Jr. Roger James Jr. in the 7, who's filling in for Carson Jefferson, who has been parked after the Denver race, as he's having some issues here, and looks like he will have to follow the pace car down pit road. So tough break for Roger James Jr., who was making his first start here today. But here we go, getting set to go back green, or go green for the first time. Byron Bell will lead us to the green here at Dover as the green flag waves in the air. And I do want to apologize about the sound for the video. The video sound may be a bit low, as there's a 7. They're going down pit road. Battle for the race lead now. Boston Jones, who's been on fire this season, on the attack. And I believe the 11 just barely led that time by. He did. Byron Bell looking for his first win. Gets a really good run on the outside in 1 and 2. Look at Byron Bell. Clears the 10 for the race lead. Zachary DeLello now underneath Patrick Smith in the 98, who had a really good qualifying effort. Look at him. He has a run on the 10 on the outside. He's going to fall back in line when he try. Will he try a crossover? I think we have a car around. We do. And a big crash just to Cody. It's Cody Goforth in the 1. Well, not really a big incident. And the 07 of Mills also involved. Or, yeah, Mills. As Byron Bell in the 11 is your race leader. Yellow flag is out for the first time here. So already an incident here at Dover in the opening laps of this race, just making sure everyone gets slowed down. Byron Bell is out front, as we're going to go back and see what happened here. There were 4 wide actually. Yeah, 4 wide, a bit of contact. Stephen Colon, the 30 of David Rimmer. Colon slams that inside wall. That's definitely going to affect this ride. Cody Goforth and of course Tyler Mills. Mills capturing his first one out there at Chicagoland. Look at this, 4 wide at Dover. 3 wide barely works as it is. 4 wide is 100% not going to work, as the outcome is this. 4 drivers, all 4 of those drivers getting collected. Cody Goforth, who's up there in the standings, I don't think he's going to be too appreciative of the aggression that we're seeing so early on. But the yellow flag is out for the first time here at Dover. Byron Bell is the 11. Going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Welcome back here to Dover as we're getting set to go back green. All cars are still on the track. The 7 is 2 laps down in this first start. He'll try to get that lap back, get at least a lap back from the leader, and then hope for more cautions. But here we go as we're getting set to go back green. Byron Bell still out front. Some drivers came in on pit road, some drivers did not. This usually is a fuel mileage race, so when it comes down to the last couple of laps, fuel mileage is going to be really important, as Byron Bell gets out to an early lead once again. 7 doesn't look like he's off pace at all, and we're hearing there was some sort of an issue inside the car. A crew member had to go inside of the cockpit of the 7 right there of Roger James Jr. Oh, a bit of contact right here. Fisher and Jacob Holtz in the 8. Is they're able to keep it steady right there. Really close call. 3 wide right here maybe. Singleton looks like he was trying to go through the middle. He's gonna fall in line right there. There's David Rimmer in the 30 with some damage to his ride, along with Cody Goforth and Tyler Mills. All those guys have damage as well. And there's the 7 stuck on the outside. He really needs to find a way back down to the inside. Gets a really good run right there, as the middle line is the way to go heading into 1 and 2, definitely. Oh, we got a car around. Up and over. I believe that is the 8 of 𝙉𝙍𝙍𝙍. And it is tough break for 𝙉𝙍𝙍𝙍. Up and over here at Pocono, or at, not Pocono, at Dover, and he's done. His race is done. Tyler Mills also going down pit road. Yellow flag is out once again. As what in the world? Looks like he got turned off from the 51 of Jimmy Hogan, and then hits that inside wall a ton. And then look at this. The car wanted to go up and over, and it does on its roof. Comes back down, not just yet on all 4 wheels, and then yeah, it was on his roof for a while, and then lands on all 4 finally. Gonna get another look at this here, as he's already over. And 𝙉𝙍𝙍𝙍, who only has 1 win this season, 1 out there at Vancouver. Not what he needed in this race. Wow. Another look at it. Yeah, it looks like the 51 just misjudged it and went off the corner. That's really just a racing deal right there, but still very hard hit for the 8 of 𝙉𝙍𝙍𝙍, and his day here at Dover is going to end pretty early. Out at Denver, they blew an engine coming out of the pits and finished in the back, and it's going to be the same thing here again today, except it's a crash this time, and the battle continues for 𝙉𝙍𝙍𝙍 in the 8. Yellow flag is out once again here at Dover. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to the action. Welcome back here, ladies and gents, to Dover. The Monster Mile is for our round 14 of the ARCA Axalta Racing Series, getting set to go back green after pit stops. They did pit during that, or some guys did pit during that last yellow. The 10 is out front, Fisher second, Samet Oskin is third. And I believe the 77 is up here. Yes, he is. So a lot of guys who aren't normally up front having a really good run here so far, as when they come around next time by, it'll be the halfway mark of the race as we take the green once again. And keep an eye on that 7 car on the inside. Roger James Jr. trying to get a lap back. He just needs to stay in front of the leaders and just hope for a quick yellow, but will Boston Jones let him get that lap back? I doubt he will. Running that middle line, trying to get a run. Fisher has a bigger run. The 7 is, or the 07 rather, of Tyler Mills, of course, with damage from that earlier incident. He's going to hold up these guys just a bit. So he goes right up in front of Jordan right there in the 40. Fisher now for the race lead underneath the 10. Fisher has not won since winning the opener at Daytona. 3 wide right here. Collins to the inside of the 77 of Trey Tatum. Tatum having a really good run. There's your Denver winner, Roberta Crown Jr. and the 18 on the outside. 70 or the 71 up here. Reeder is having a pretty good run. It's Anthony Reeder, as we haven't really seen much from him this season. Dive bombs it into the corner. Trying to get a run now on Collins. I suspect he will stay to the outside, try and get that run, as 54 car now down to his inside. A great run for the 71 team right now, as they've been struggling all season. They need good runs like this. Heading back up front, Boston Jones still able to keep the lead over Fisher, but Roger James Jr. is just hoping for a yellow right now, actually, and it would give them their lap back. Side by side right here, Dallas Jordan trying to go underneath Samet Oskin for third. Both Oskin and Jordan have been having really good runs as of late, especially Dallas Jordan in the 40. Ran really well out there at Chicagoland. And oh, we got a car in the wall back there. Yellow flag is out. Great news for the 7. And it's the 41 of Vale Moscow. In that 41 Toyota, yellow flag is out. And James has got to be really excited in that car right now, as he'll come and take the yellow and get a lap back. He'll take the wave run, and we got another car into the wall. Oh, and this time it's David Rimmer up in front of traffic again. Nathan Fisher, more drivers collected, 52. Oh, and Go Forth goes around by the 43. Go Forth once again not having a good day. It's just a bad day gone to worse for Cody Go Forth as yellow flag is out. Not sure what happened with those guys, but right here looks like 3 wide, and another driver seemed to misjudge it right there. The 55 this time of Timothy Lee gets into Moscow and turns him. They both go into the inside wall. Everyone else was able to get by him right there. But when they came around again, because everyone was racing it back, and then when they came around right here, same situation. Kind of looks like the 30 of Rimmer came down. Hard hit into that inside safety barrier. Right in front of Derek Hamill. Hamill does not need this either. He's up there in the standings. Top 10, top 5, I believe it is. Oh no, and then the 11 of Byron Bell was running so well earlier. He's collected with some damage. Jamie Jones is barely able to squeak by. So a couple guys are going to have damage from this. And then right here, Frisk gets into Cody Go Forth. Not sure what that was about. But the yellow flag is out once again for the 3rd time. Boston Jones is out front. Getting set to go back green here at the Monster Mile. 2 drivers now out of the race. The 30 and the 8, David Rimmer, Jacob Haltz. As Boston Jones leads over Fisher, Oskin, Dallas Jordan, and Trey Tatum in P5. Konstantinovich follows. Then you have the 71 of Reeder. The 18, the 3, and 54. Green flag waves once again. Less than 10 laps to go. 5 to go when they come across the line next time by. Boston Jones trying to get it done once again here in the ARCA series. He's been the driver to talk about all season long so far in that number 10 Toyota. Dallas Jordan still trying to get his first win. Trey Tatum as well. Sam Oskin and Konstantinovich. Will they make it all the way without a yellow? Everyone racing really hard. That's 71 once again, just having such a really good run right now. These guys fly out of the corner. These guys, some of them did not pit during that last yellow. They're trying to stretch it, or maybe just take a gamble here. Fisher, he's not going to make it. He goes down pit road. So does that mean we'll see more drivers come down pit road then? Is they all bunched up back there? We do see Dallas Jordan. Oh, and the 54 into the tire, or not the tire, into the water thingies right there. I forgot what they're called, but the 54, will this bring out a yellow? No, he retires the pit road. No yellow. We're still green. Looking around the track, a couple of drivers on pit road. Oh man, they're 3 wide. Everyone's battling right here. Oh, and the 10, he's on pit road. The 46 as well. They're not going to make it on fuel. Who else is going to run out? 2 to go. Coming to the white flag this time by. Race leader is Dylan Young. Does he have enough? The 28 is right there as well. The 20, the 11 is back up here. And the yellow is out. Yellow flag is out.
White flag this time.
Before they took the white.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
And we're going in overtime.
All right, bud. Green white checker right here.
You heard it right there. Green white checker. A couple of guys down here looked like they may have ran out of fuel, but yellow flag came out before they took the white. Wonder who it is. Could have been Paul Hogan right there in the 52. As I'm not sure, as everyone's trying to figure out where they're going to line up. Just don't pit right now, as we're going to go back, and it was the 52 here, as he gets turned by, I believe that's 19 of Pashul. It is. Slams that inside wall. Oh man, and Chase Green just barely missed it right there. So they did too. And so that's what brought out the yellow right there. This was the moment the lights came on the pace car, and this is where the leaders were. So we will go into overtime here. Dylan Young, he will take the he will lead them to the restart. Anyone who is a lap down or out of the race will not start the rest of this race, so you can see where everyone will finish. So it looks like everyone who's a lap down and did not finish, they will not get points. So from 22, or from 22nd on up, we'll see where everyone lines up, if anyone else retire, and we'll take you back to the restart. So green, white, checkered here at Dover. We'll be back to take you to overtime. Welcome back here to the Monster Mile as we're getting set for overtime once again here in the ARCA Axalta Racing Series. 2-lap shootout. If a yellow comes out before they take the white flag, the race is over. Whoever comes across the line first is your race winner. Dylan Young will lead the field. The 28 will be to his outside of Randy Mayhew. Ashley Boyd is up here as well. Here we go. The green flag waves once again. Great jump by the 99 and the 20. Ashley Boyd up to P2. Both drivers looking for their second win this season. Will Boyd make a move? Yeah, I think he's going to wait till the last lap. Dylan Young slides up. And no wrecks. They're going to make it back to the start-finish line. White flag as they make contact. Randy Mayhew in the 28 down to the inside. Will he make it 3 wide for the race lead? He does. Young clears out of 2. Half a lap to go. Down to the inside he goes. He blocks the 28. Can the 20 get on a run on the outside? He will not. Dylan Young will get a second win here this season. And his third all-time here in the ARCA Series.
Way to do the work, buddy. Way to do the work. Watch your outside here. Watch your outside. Awesome day, fellas. Awesome.
What a drive by Dylan Young in the 99, capturing his second win this season. Remember, he won out there at Kansas, and he's going to win it here again at Dover. Ashley Boyd is going to get P2 in the top 3 right there for Mayhew in the 28. I believe that's their first top 3 this season. Byron Bell rallies back to 4th. How about that? And Carter Joey rounding out your top 5. Zachary DeLello, Jamie Jones, Stephen Clone, David Pashul, and Jimmy Hogan. That is your top 10. Nathan Fisher, Patrick Smith just outside the top 12, or just outside the top 10. And you can see the top 20 right there. We did have another driver retire before we started the green white, or before we started the overtime. So only 20 drivers restarted. Dylan Young captures his 3rd win here in the ARCA Series. And he was there when he counts. They saved fuel big time during that. No one pitted, so they were on the apron the whole time with the car shut off and just barely rolling until it was time to get going. And they were able to conserve their fuel and get the victory once again. So thank you guys for watching the race here at Dover. Is glad we finished it when we did, as the clouds were really rolling in here. But Dylan Young is your victor, as we're going to get you down to the victory lane where Young celebrates, and to your standings after the points have been recalculated. And remember, 300 points were added to every driver. So congratulations again to Dylan Young. We'll see you for the next race at the Tricky Triangle.